Legend Competition 2 fucking sucks ass. This is worse than LC1 even if you don't use Ultimate Charge. That's my opinion so far. Stinks. But we game anyway, because I am genuinely curious how far I can make it, and I actually started making some goddamn progress, believe it or not. 80k if I'm hitting Emerald and LC2. How are we doing? Bet you're ahead of me. Oh shit. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Yeah, I think this is a pretty bad game environment. And that it, like, very explicitly prioritizes and privileges people just making last-minute overtakes because everybody is so goddamn clustered together. Watch, I'm gonna start streaming and immediately drop like 100 rating. I'm gonna go all the way back to 1650. Because all the progress I made was off-stream. I just decided to... I rolled out of bed and I had my caffeine pill and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can figure this shit out. And I'll be real with you, I don't know if I can figure it out. But I'm gonna try real hard. Logged on last night, hit 8th like 3 times in a row, logged off. Yeah. It's like, I'm not even playing Ultimate Charge and I think the environment is bad, so people who are used to not getting, like, skull-fucked every 10 seconds by first place hate must be having a fucking time. Also, a silver snuck into this lobby, I guess. They don't have more selective gadget bans because they have no clue what the meta is and don't care. It's just a gimmick. Nobody would design this on purpose because every single person in LC2 is running, like, the same Slipstream Bounty core. Literally every single person who is trying to win is running Slipstream Bounty, Ring Game, Mini Boost, and Quick Charge 2 at the very least. Most people are running Quick Charge 3, most people are running 130 Ring. Short fuse, very common. It's like there's just not that many one-slot gadgets that do things. So I'll probably hold on to this just to make sure that the slot remains blocked. Because the pack is still relatively close, and I'd like to get something that isn't a Boost Wisp here. Yep, okay. So now we hold on to the Boost Wisp because it lets us dodge Portal Hate. And try to make as much progress as possible. That one is pretty bad, though. There I should probably, like, just try to stay with the pack. So I really need to hit 100. Ah! I should have used it. I'm not even particularly far behind. Trying to pull over all the fucking way. First is pretty far up. Okay, less far than I thought, actually. I was gonna cut that, but the duration was way lower than I thought, so I had to cut back in. Wasn't sure whether to go wide there. Hello there. Got him! What a bad fucking state of the game. Yeah, I miss TD. I'm not even, like, big on snaking. I just like the way it feels around corners. It's like being up front exposes you to so much fucking risk. That one ended up being pretty easy, though. I think it was a weak lobby. That was like all low gold, high silver, except for like one player, I think. And now we've had enough time for people to filter into where they belong that you can kind of feel the difference. Hey, what are people doing running boost tuners, man? I don't get it. Wisp chance up, I see a lot, and it makes a lot of sense here.
Do it!
Do it.
Do it!
I mean, it's an interesting, like, from the perspective of, oh, everyone is literally running the exact same thing right now. It's like the playing field is very flat, and there's an appeal to that. Worst feeling I had in LC1, hitting second place and losing 3 points. Yeah. Heavy bot lobbies and like how brutal the ranking system got once you were like 1900 plus. It's like I wasn't gonna go much further than 1900 on my set. I'll be 100% honest. I just don't think myself or that set had the consistency to do it when you stood to lose so much. I also don't quit on weak lobbies, though, and I probably should, because if you're not punished for it, that means it's intended behavior. I have no clue why it would be intended, but it seems that it is. Yeah, 2K is a lot. I capped out at like 1925 and then really struggled to like stay in that vicinity. Because past that point you need like pretty consistent actual top placements. And I was regularly seeing like good ultimate charge players that kind of kept me down in that regard. Where they were just not really passable in a set that wasn't running something faster. This motherfucker's got a drill. I didn't go away quite quickly enough. This is probably pretty bad. Yup. It's like 8th, probably.
Expected time frame not met.
Probably just needed to push earlier. I'm not very good at playing from behind because I don't like doing it and don't pay attention to it. Yeah. That's gonna hurt. That'll send me back to like 1760 probably. Yellow Foss. Look at all the knuckles. I can't imagine caring so much about your stats that you look at somebody who you're not excited to look at, you know? It's like, I play Omega because I want Omega in the center of my screen, and I don't give a shit about the fact that your stat distribution is literally just the worst thing ever. I'm guessing it's known that the chat bridge is down. I don't control that at all. Restream decides when that works or doesn't work, apparently. I guess if it's going to be a common thing that it just doesn't work, I'm just going to have the other window open. Racing games suck. Come play Disney gacha games with me instead. Obviously, it's time to play Disney Speedstorm. How is LC2 fucked up? They removed all of the things that make the game not suck to play. Without any checks to items, and without any way of running sets that are actually fast, it's just 12 people in a shit pit. And nothing matters but the last 2 turns. It's like every single person is running fucking Slipstream Bounty mini ring game boost. So everybody's glued to each other. That sucks. But it doesn't matter because Slipstream kept me close. Make an infinite number of driving errors and still be fine. I am feeling the loss of quick recovery quite heavily. This is a Dark Chow. I should have just allowed the restock. That habit runs deep, and I probably need to break it. I think Short Fuse is the closest thing to a front-running tool that exists in this environment. Did I get brake checked? Is that why I passed there? I don't see a Boom Boo. Hi there. Pretty cool.
Perfect mission.
What made you so sure it was a Dark Chow? Because it's always a Dark Chow on that timing. Dark Chow at the end of lap 1 is like the most common timing for it. Did you just front run and win? Is that legal? I mean, my primary competition appeared to just like lose for no reason. I was gonna be dueling with that guy, but then they either brake checked me because they fucking saw a shadow, or they just like ran into the off-road and drowned. So, I don't know. If that Rouge was a UC, that overtake would not have happened. If that Rouge was a UC, though, they may not have been there. Like, don't misunderstand. I don't think UC is weak or that it's healthy for the game. I just think that a lot of things are more fucked up than it. From the perspective of, like, race flow rewarding ability to drive well. I did make a whole fucking video about that. I don't know if you remember that. These edibles ain't shit. Ring a bell. Short Fuse is so fucking funny. Hey, people are cracking Emerald. There we go. Short Fuse might be, like, legitimately the best tool for holding a lead in the entire game in this environment. Like, because your items actually hit players, tools like that and Giant Spike are actually, like, relevant threats that can hinder people. But Short Fuse is probably the better of them because, in addition to blocking common missile items, it also pierces players. So you can, like, area deny. Trying to eat that set to see if I can deny anything from anyone behind me. Someone fucking went for a no reticle shot on me? Oh, I didn't see that at all. The other thing about everybody being so close is that, basically all missile items are completely unreactable. There's no travel time on anything. I know it's better to mow that turn, I just don't do it. I'm lazy, I don't have the will to keep winning. Two Wisps is an okay time to try and attack the lead, I think. Jesus. That's aimed for me. They didn't throw it? I went so far outside trying to dodge it. Terrible entry. That motherfucker had a monster truck, and that motherfucker had a laser.
Expected time frame not met.
Scary. Hopefully the bridge bot reconnects at some point. I think Restream has just been sluggish. Yeah, this feels like 2.3, except everyone is like exactly as good as me at driving, because driving is really easy and Slipstream flattens the difference between people who can drive and people who can't. It's like, obviously my ability to win is above average, so clearly the metagame does not, like, delete all skill differences, But, like, also I'm sitting here at 30 years old trying to do, like, serious metagame analysis of a game made for 11-year-olds. I'd fucking better win more than the average player of Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I care significantly more about whether I'm winning and spend significantly more time trying to win. So, like, what the fuck does that mean, right?
See ya!
What does it mean if the best thing you can say for a particular metagame is, like, well, it's not literally craps? Start of race insta-whip gladiator fights. The space between the start line and check 1 is so fucking hard. It's all L-Sword. It is L-Sword all the way down. I can't just like, hey man, at least you played a competition game, Isaac. At least you put up your shit in Evo Japan. Playing a real video game. I'm here like, see my Gorman Criticom, see my Crystal in Avengers and Galactic Storm, see my Helena video tutorial. I was not gonna hit that pad. I don't know what I was routing for. Ugh! It's a little bit greedy to even take that cut there, but I kind of just wanted to see if I could hit 17 people with the bomb. Ow. I didn't make it between. Like, can I just direct your attention to pack compression right now? Fucking everybody in this game is in the same location. Dark Chow is also a weirdly good, like, front-running enabler, but it lacks some consistency, I feel. I don't know where that's going. Probably like 6th.
Expected time frame not met.
Pissed off basically all of West Japan's uni scene and got mad subtweeted. That I heard about. I didn't know, although I did suspect that you were the cause of Hyde getting shot in the knees several thousand times. +0! Gaming. Scary stuff. Isaac in every game that I've ever played Isaac in is like a player with good fundamentals and good EV, but really good at pretending to not have both of those things.
Hello.
Going for mental stack guard crushes. It's a very specific type of playstyle, and I don't know if it should have access to hide pogo, if I'm being 100 with you. Like, I know so much of the pogo stuff is objectively fake, too. But, like, it's real if it works. With it within the reality marble of the set, it's real. Ah. That's a lot of flats. This is your fault.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
I have no idea whether that fucking jank-ass looking snake is actually gaining me any time in that situation. But I figure if there were ever a time to do it, it would be while you're under boost effect. Boost Wisp in first slot is a pretty good case for, like, trying to play up front for a bit. But, like, it would also be defensible to drop back right now because single boost is, like, a really common pull early in the race in lower placements. And holding one means that you can't pull it again and the game has to give you something else for your second box. Which usually means laser. And laser's, like, really fickle. Sometimes it takes you 20 miles, and sometimes you pass 0 people and go, like, 10 feet. I definitely tried to release that and got stuck in the counter drift window several times. I probably should have cycled at that set as well. I think that's, like, straightforwardly a mistake to not have cycled. Okay, it's gonna be a hard lap 3. Tried to get the bomb out in time to block, but no such luck. Hey, avoided that at least. I feel like this Savage Rayquaza guy always has a fucking tornado. Is this far enough that it's worth a reroll? Ouch. That's slime, not Dark Chow. Sheesh. Ah, missed the double walks. That may prove to be my undoing.
Inadequate performance.
Pogo is weaker than it is in clear, and people still complain about it. I mean, of course, because it works! Yeah, that whole ending was like... That was WWE scripted. Just so many bad things happening there. Whereas... Let me go get my, like, made in a bad mood tier list. Here you go. It's just not a good place to be. IMO. Alright. Where are we playing? Autopilot roller coaster. It literally feels like one of those fucking mall kiosk fake roller coaster force feedback cage rides. The ones where you pull down the lap bar and then it like comes off the ground and starts shaking you around. Is that a literal Amazon box? I kind of love the Amazon box minecart. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, Blaze in the Amazon box is just a good bit. I like how racing sometimes happens as the highest tier. That's the criteria. It's... Some courses are good because you get to play a racing game sometimes when you roll them, and then other courses are not as good because racing game doesn't happen very often.
Acceptable.
Now, one advantage of the LC2 meta, I think, is that I've seen a lot of machine variety. Because, driving decisions don't matter at all in LC2, so you can drive whatever you want. Again, I probably should have just let that restock. Another, like, bad habit. Have the tornado use the tornado interaction. Hey, wait, this is the same as the last one. Like, I got hit in the same fucking location. Wait, that's awfully close for first place. Who was that Boom Boo targeting exactly? Okay, hit 100 rings. Like, obviously I don't actually believe that driving doesn't matter at all. Like, something has to account for the fact that I'm in Platinum and other people aren't. But it feels pretty heavily de-emphasized. I don't know if this warp ring is good. I think it's bad. That's some good stuff.
Inadequate performance.
Driving well won't make you win, but driving badly will definitely make you lose. Driving badly... Love the organization of this field. Emerald, Platinum, Gold, Platinum, Emerald. Peak ratings are very different this time around because Ultimate Charge being gone means that players, like, are having a way harder time leveraging good driving skills in order to consistently win. The field is a lot flatter, I think. This is the game Daisuke was talking about when he said he wanted to make a game like Mahjong. I feel so much more in control of my situation when I play Mahjong, dude. It's so bad.
Hey guys!
Yeah, basically everybody is running, like, some variant of the same thing. A lot of staple hits in these plates. Will says, play more Zhong. I should play more Zhong. My Saki Cup card started out terrible, but it's been turning around a little bit. I want to make sure that I qualify for final, and then I'm probably going to need to play like 55 quadrillion million games. Even if I get the Nautica character, I don't know if I'm actually going to use her or just stay to Aegis. Nice thing to have, though, I guess. Ah, they tricked me. I'm digitally collecting. I'm going to crack my window. So, like, there's a big structural incentives to sandbag in this round, but, like, all of the tools that let you sandbag in a way that has, like, game design are banned. You can't run inventory plus, you can't run item swap. Overall, there's a lot less control over strong items and where they appear. So everybody is kind of subject to the roulette wheel in equal measure. I have no idea if that actually caught anyone. I was kind of curious about that as a plan, like bombing the cut and then not taking it myself, and I think it's just straightforwardly not good. I think I should have mowed it anyway, and then also bombed it. Get out of the fucking way! I'm not even gonna try that shortcut right now. I'm gonna be real with you. Dark Chow? Nope. Oh yeah, because nobody can protect themselves from slime, it compresses the pack pretty regularly. I don't know whether that was the right time to fight, but I definitely feel like I would be leaving too much up to chance if I didn't try to challenge there. Hello, Blaze in an Amazon box. Why is there a drill warning so far forward? Uh-oh. I'm the king of the world, baby! This game fucking sucks! I dodged 2 tornadoes by accident. I miss TD just because it made it more fun to drive things that aren't power cars. I hope that when they inevitably do balance adjustments to ultimate charge, technical drift doesn't get shot in the crossfire too much. SpongeBob. It's like, as it turns out, when people get hit by items...
Hey guys!
It's like... items become more and more important the better everyone is at driving. Because you would like the game to be able to recognize differences in driving skill no matter how strong the lobby is. But differences in driving skill produce smaller and smaller time differences the better the participants are. There's only so much time you can shave off of a corner. And items erode that from one side, and Slipstream erodes it from the other. Ultimate Charge was a counterbalance to the item side of things, but not a counterbalance to the Slipstream side of things. Which is why the Ultimate Charge meta and, like, in-house comp isn't good either. It's fucking... so much comes down to, like... who's on first ass tornado interactions. People run Ultimate Charge because they don't like the feeling of fucking static item punishment deleting their ability to drive. The differences in driving ability between them and their peers. So people say, alright, nerf or remove Ultimate Charge, and then, like, nerf items. But if you don't do something about slipstream while you're doing that, the game you create is not going to be fun to play if you're taking it seriously. I mean, for some people it'll be fun, obviously. Some people don't mind the game being like a roulette coin flip. And that's like your prerogative. Ooh, that sucks fucking bad. Alright. Seeing if I catch anybody with that. Sometimes, even though there's not a visual hit, people around you just slow down in a specific way, and you're like, oh yeah, that probably clipped their back. Yeah. Alright, I'll go for the double box and miss horribly. I'm not actually that far back. That's an awful lot of truck warnings. Oh, it's a dark chow. Okay. That didn't hit anyone somehow. Okay, maybe it hit one person because they just warped off screen. Wow, that was not a good lap 3. That was fucking rough, man. Just non-stop Ascor truck from every direction. There's dueling instincts in me when I have a race like that. One side is like, okay, fucking apply your brain and figure out what you did wrong there and what you could have done to avoid that situation.
Hey guys.
They're all somehow bagging one. I think they just all rolled it. Remember that you can hit double boxes naturally like 3 or 4 times on that final lap. And like, when power items get used, their limit opens up for new people to roll them, so... The more willing people are to use their items off the cuff, the more likely new items are to show up. Minecraft. I do legitimately wonder how high I can climb, you know? It's like this environment is as obviously bullshit toss-up as it can possibly get. But like, I felt like last LC I hit a plateau that was explicitly related to like, okay, I cannot, this set does not do enough things for me to win games further. Obviously the consistency is available to me, but I would have to play something completely different to access it. So in LC2, everybody's using basically the same set because there's like all the gadget variety is gone. So it's pretty much who like plays the most and the most consistently under these rules, modulo like cheesy choose your lobby stuff, where like people you can still alt F4 out of lobbies that are bad EV for you, and to get like no penalty, not even to fair play points, which I think is kind of messed up. I think being able to choose your opponents kind of goes against the... It's a weird skill to reward, you know? Like, independent of the fact that it causes elo inflation to allow people to just opt out of losing rating from weaker players. That's like a lot of games with similar systems have that type of problem. It's also just not a skill that's related to your ability to win at the racing game, deciding whether or not you should play in a given lobby at all. Uh-oh. Well, I don't like being forced to... Oh, fucking... That shove sucks, man. Straight into the hazard. Messed up. Block that. Gonna use this right as I transition through because I don't want to risk being the second player to use the tornado there. And this bomb can hit me from the front, so I'm just gonna hug the wall. Minecraft World has the worst lap 3 in this entire fucking game, IMO. There's like no driving, the ending is terrible, and has a bunch of fucking problems associated with scripted jumps, not allowing any item counterplay. It's ugly and it sounds bad. Like, I don't know, man. Minecraft's World has a really, really long clown ending. That's why I placed it where I did. Yeah, 1790, 5 points higher than me, running what I'm running, but with extended slipstream and wisp chance up in place of short fuse and 130 ring. The handling car is probably a bit better in this environment too. I have sort of the broad idea that I should be playing a handling set here, if my goal is to play from the front. But I'm just so bad with handling and boost machines and non-technical drift sets. Power's the one I've got muscle memory for, and I don't want to lose a bunch of games getting acclimated. Yeah, there's not much in the way of driving in Minecraft Festival, that's for sure. It's all very placid, easy turns and long cycle straights. Jesus, the bumps. I feel like I'm just getting tossed around sometimes. And sometimes you can tell that the guy who's tossing you around sees you tossing them around. That's the funny shit to me. Is when both of you get rammed into the same wall. It's like, oh, I know this person is fucking raging because they see me doing the same thing to them that I see them doing to me. Anyway, here's the whole race. It's everybody. We're all here. Entire lap of racing and everyone is exactly as far apart as they were at the starting block. Base delay netcode. It's the L-sort non-netcode where the collision system tries to eject you in a fixed direction based on like how the overlap looks on like a collision box level, and the result is that both players get ejected in the same direction and collide again. Do you remember that shit where you would be like back turned against someone and both of you would like super slide halfway across the stage as you repeatedly clip into and out of each other? Maybe full cycle was a mistake there. Maybe everybody was too close. Nah, not on the corner. Dang. It's hard to block items while you're on a corner because the item that you set has to make physical contact. But the item that's locked on you is traveling in a straight line and your vehicle is like tilted because you're drifting. So the place where you drop your defensive item is different than like the section of your car that's being impacted. That was really bad, man. That fucking sucked. I think probably that push with the boost wisp wasn't very good. Like, it didn't do me a lot of good to cycle there when the leader was so close, but
Hello.
just getting bumped and bullied.
Come on.
Back's still so tight that you got hit by the aftermath of the anti-first ghost still hitting in 8th. Yeah, fucking... I mean, it's just active for so long, right? And it has such a large trail.
Come on.
Went into World's Match, immediately front run for first the entire race with TDUC. This game sucks. This game does kind of suck, though, right? Like, I don't know. Not every game can stand up to competitive scrutiny. I don't expect all of them to. And of those competitive games, I don't always expect competitive games to test the skills that I think are worth testing. But, like, what is the appeal of playing this with the aim to win at this point? It's such narrow play. Genuinely, the primary appeal for me right now is figuring out... Look at how little time I lose for that, by the way. Is figuring out how far I can make it in this environment. Like, I'm just curious how good the game thinks I am, you know? And how well I can adapt to whatever the fuck this is. So that visually hit a bunch of people, but probably, like, actually hit 0 of them. Ugh! That was strange. Sonic Crossworld is not a good game mechanically, but it's still pretty fun. I mean, I like the way it drives, for sure. Controlling the vehicle's fun. If you, like, disconnect yourself from race results and just enjoy, like, moving the car, like, that's fun enough, you know? But there are a lot of places you can get that appeal. With better auxiliary appeal. Wait, do I have 2 triple wisps? That was very strange. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Oh. Lost my set. Like, I guess?
Performance.
What position did I deserve? Was it 4th or... Was it 4th? Was it 5th? Was it last? Is there any way to know for sure? Two triple boosts and neither felt very fast. I mean, like, you know about ring racers. Of course they don't feel fast. Because ring racers, often to our detriment, is one of the only fucking kart racers in the space that actually makes boosts go at a speed rather than just being fucking items that open up track gates. Because rapid speed changes are unfriendly and make the game difficult to control. Which is why we mute them a bit on Gear 1 as of 2.4, and why I need to buff up Gear 1 comeback odds a little bit to compensate, because I feel like the current state of 2.4 Gear 1 is a little bit... It's a little bit too stratified. Too much rides on early interactions.
Hello.
Looks like the cross poster's back on YouTube, by the way. I feel like if I have a goal when talking about this game right now, it's to get people to acknowledge that, like, making races close while making driving matter is a hard problem. Because those goals are basically diametrically opposed to one another. I think it's doable, but it requires you to look pretty hard at some core assumptions. Like, look at where everybody is right now. And what is that doing here, for that matter? Why is KBB here trying to fucking close up the pack when everybody is already so tight? Wonder if I can get an argument about motion inputs into the next Crossworlds video. Assuming I make another Crossworlds video. Because, like, LC2 doesn't give me very much to talk about, you know? It's the thing it is, and it's the thing that it was always going to be based on what it is. Aw. I don't think I've ever seen the game behave precisely like that. Like, without a fallout, I just got warped back to the center of the track. Like, if I make another video sometime soon, I honestly just kind of want to, like, shill Dead or Alive. Because I think it's neat. But I feel kind of weird shilling a fighting game from the perspective of somebody who, like, hasn't played it all that much and, like, doesn't understand it super deeply. It's very broad strokes for me. Helena moment!
That was adequate.
What the leg? I'm so glad that your edit had that fucking dog shit dream versus dream April Fool's shit. That memory ran deep. That put me back in the fucking university computer lab. Remember electricity. I wish I wasn't clicking with Chinese Gundam as much as I am. I need to boot up Starward, but I had such a fucking rough experience with it the last time, where I just could not figure out how to structure anything and just felt like I was chasing shit around. It seems like an interesting game. Choosing to be on Linux makes me unable to play actual Gundam. Yeah, the big thing that's stopping me from the Linux Switch, apart from just not having that many problems on Windows, is, like, arcade rips are really, really bad news when it comes to compatibility. And off the top of my head, I actively play or am interested in like 5 arcade games that I'm not supposed to have access to. I mean, hey, technically a lot of those have like legitimate ports. I could be talking about those, which are also a nightmare for compatibility. I feel like a big baby because so much of what DOA is doing for me is just like, oh, I don't have to fucking deal with the mental overhead of the guard button. I can just block like a regular fucking human being. I know, guard buttons make more sense. But I've just got to get over that hump at some point. Because Virtua Fighter's fun too. I'm definitely at like fucking Dick Jab 5 levels of play right now. Short fuse makes me feel really good, but I don't actually know if it's the type of thing that I want to be using for the way that I play. You know what I mean? I think I want to hold this to block a slot. I really need to get my rings up. There's like nothing out here. I still don't really know how to intuitively tell when laser's going to take me somewhere. I gotta say, the Void Wisp back here feels pretty exceptional, though. I didn't rank Crossworlds because they're not lap 3. I guess I accept that. Do I stay in? I guess with the shield my odds are like okay, but I just feel like I'm gonna, yeah, I should have fucking popped it. This is not good. That's pretty bad. Ouch.
Mission failure.
I love gambling. Gambling's the fucking shit, man. Besides the driving being alright, what has kept you coming back to this game? Why do we pick at scabs? Explain the human instinct that causes us to do that. Upon hearing this, Doodle was enlightened. It explicitly doesn't, though, Tone. I mean, that was my own damn fault. I should have just fucking used the shield. I keep expecting things to have reasonable reaction windows, and it's just not the environment that I'm playing in. Why do we play bad games? Fucking Orin is in the advent calendar chat talking about Vanilla Marvel 3. Loading that up like fucking my B&Bs don't work because Magneto's air dash is too fast. And my bitch is too bad. And this slice of cheesecake is too big. Yeah, I don't use any mods. Waiter, my driving game has too much driving in it. I believe this is unfair to people who suck ass and don't want to improve at anything. That's the real belief, dude. Somewhere deep dark. Maybe not all that deep, honestly. That I'm just fascinated by the idea of a game that plays it being a competition environment, but fundamentally does not reward or value skill. Wow, I didn't even hit the item set for that one. Not being able to steer while you're squished is so rough. This is a dire last that means I do actually need to hit a set. I don't think I can afford to wait on this, though. But maybe I can hit one more box before I use it. Wow, that's terrible. Jesus. Why did that happen? Hold on to this to continue blocking. It's all boost wisps, huh? I don't know if this was the right time, but I figured I'd go for it. Damn, missed it too. Like, Jesus. That's hard, man. I feel like I'm just getting knocked back to the fucking center of hell every time. Yeah, the indicators aren't really very precise. The far warning shows up way, way too far and includes stuff like locked missile items where the target isn't you, which is insane to me. And then the close warning also shows up from too far away. You get like alarm fatigue for it, you know?
Logging on.
We talk about Vanilla Marvel 3. We talk about Vanilla Marvel 3 because Vanilla Marvel 3 gave Captain America the Shield Slash Infinite, which he needs back in order to compete IMO. I think I might be headed back to gold. This has been a rough session. I think my favorite Marvel 3 Infinite is probably like the big body back turn Swiss cheese Infinite that people were doing off of like Spencer Zip Assist. It's like this move that was added explicitly to nerf Wolverine is an infinite on Nemesis and Sentinel. So like it's every second, right? I cannot get a break from the aggression in these lobbies. I feel like there's no space to just drive normally. It's always high alert, fight, fight, fight. Except there's no meaningful counterplay to any items in this game because they're all designed to work on really bad netcode. So the only way to avoid them is to just have the pre-programmed answer. It's like sometimes it's tempting. You can see I've been playing pretty aggressively this race, just kind of throwing stuff when the mood strikes me rather than trying to cover my own ass, because I feel like most things I would want to cover for aren't really reactable in the way that I want them to be. Trying to avoid slipstreaming. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Well, now I definitely need to cycle. Ugh. Close enough. Like, that's not a good way to advance, though. Omega's aerial aces. I feel very terrestrial right now. I'm gonna be real with you. It's like I was having an alright session earlier. Maybe the freaks have logged on. I'm a freak, by the way.
How's it going?
The short fuse bomb discourse is making me really happy.
Hello.
What a dog shit fucking item.
Let's go.
It's like, alright, So we've designed basically every other item to be a hard lock, because if we do like traditional missile items, the netcode is so bad that they're guaranteed not to work correctly because they'll come out nowhere near where the attacker was when they threw the item, right? So that's all well and good. But what if we did want to design a missile item? How would we make it work? And the answer is, it's active for about 10 seconds and bounces an unlimited number of times, apparently, and is half the width of the road, and then explodes for a fireball that is the entire width of the road. It's fucking bad. But that's what you have to do if you want to make a non-hard lock item work in this network environment. I'm just so fascinated because I feel like I get it, you know? Like, I understand almost all of what you're doing. Or at least it feels like I can produce reasonable explanations that are, like, respectful to the developers and what they're trying to accomplish. But then some things are genuinely just, I've got nothing, dude. What were you cooking in this empty pot? Like that reticle is just kind of not... I mean, I don't know. Can you block EX Mallet Smash? Like, sometimes it counter hits you. Drifting at the wrong spot, you can't do anything about that, even if you're holding an item that you can physically block with, so... You know what, fuck it. I'll push up. I don't know how to elegantly go for that double box. I think it's one of the better placed ones because it kind of requires you to ride out of your way for it. Gee, I wonder why I pull so many bombs. Where are all these bombs coming from? Did not player at all, by the way. Just did not actually make contact. Alright, it's time to awkwardly bounce around the 1770 to 1800 range for a bit longer. Do your tendon glides. Take a drink of your water. I feel like Pac-Man is the collab character who enrages me the least.
Hello.
Because I feel like Pac-Man looks out of place in Pac-Man. Like, who the fuck is this jolly little fellow? I don't like the ghosts, but I'm okay with Pac-Man. I can't pretend that this follows, like, rules. Like, what do you even do with that information? Miku's not a collab character because Miku is Sega. Obviously. Actually, my bad. Miku's from the Minecraft collab. Just a little developer cameo. Like, I don't dislike Minecraft like some people seem to. I think the game is horribly stagnant, and the way that Mojang handles feature updates makes no goddamn sense. But I play and enjoy myself from time to time. Everybody has that 2-week phase. And it's a rewarding 2 weeks. But goddamn, don't put it in other games. It's fucking ugly. It doesn't look good. It's not nice to have on my screen. Did they ever come out with vibrant visuals for Java? So dead last, huh? What a weird set of things to get from my 2 tries at a decent item pull. Whew. It's bad, man.
My system's broken down.
It feels so chaotic all the time. And like, clearly I'm not the only fucking player on the way up who's struggling with this. Well, oh, that's not what I meant to vote for. Fine, it doesn't matter. Surely it won't be picked anyway. It's fine. Ghost Gaming 1989 took us to Apatos, a skill-based stage where absolutely nothing bad happens to anyone. Hey, at least I stand to gain here. God damn. Even Sneaky's still that low, huh? Way, way flatter rating profile. LC2 compared to LC1. I just figured I'd let it rip for fun, honestly. So, like, in terms of position, I'm not too far back, but I feel like the lead made some distance. Apatos, the least track in the game. Yeah, that's about how I feel about it. Yeah, wow, laser this early? No, fuck it. Maybe I'll try to move up. Oh, it didn't go anywhere because laser isn't, like, a working item. Weep. I saw that reticle flash on me one too many times, and I just didn't feel like handling it, honestly. To stay to the outside there to avoid just getting randomly shot by something. Dude, what were you even doing there, man? Oh.
Adequate performance.
What a confusing way for that to go. +2. Yeah, I don't know. This is miserable. It's like a big goddamn mess up here. I wonder how exactly the rank breakdown looks right now. Top 100 isn't all Emerald rankers yet, is it? It's like still a good amount of Platinum ranks. Take me to Mystic Jungle, where there is sometimes driving.
Let's go! See you later!
Am I getting a golden colon D question mark? I feel like I need to do new emotes on Twitch. I just feel like I've had the same 3 for so... Uh-oh, that's not a good lobby for me to be playing in. Whole rest of the lobby is golds, and it's on fucking E Stadium, and I think there's at least one bot. Astral Nomad doesn't sound like a real name, not when capitalized like this. Time to Alt F4, it's tempting! I brought it up in the Discord, and apparently a lot of people at a lot of different levels of play are willing to do it. This is faster, by the way. God only knows why, but it really is faster. So we get to trade paint for another lap here, I guess. Or I could miss the set and probably lose this item coin flip as it comes up. Just trying really hard to stay out of the short fuse lane. There we go. I survived! This, I will admit, is more interesting than, like, trying to tail an ultimate charge user, you know? Boink. Alright. Oh, it didn't block! Wrong fucking Z-axis. Too close. That's not good. Amazing how the item respawn rate is so quick online, and yet I still manage to miss them so often.
Expected time frame.
I am Omega. I level 3 drift into off-road on hard speed. One thing that's been on my mind for ring racers is actually the feeling that off-road could probably use a tune-up to make it a little bit more punishing. Because I think a few too many sections of a few too many tracks are vulnerable to, like, casual lawn mowing once you're good with your resource management. Not something too disruptive, I would hope, but, like, something that enforces track limit a little bit more aggressively instead of turning Lucid Pass into, like, a deforested fucking desert of desire paths.
See ya.
Lucid Alt Pass is also getting a scale increase and an overhaul, right? Yeah, it's getting a relayout, I believe. Fuck, I wanted the menu over to Mystic Jungle. I believe the version that's in dev right now is a bit larger. In general, a lot of the layouts that are, like, cited as pain points for bots specifically are layouts that are, like, kind of just too cramped in general for, like, modern ring racers. People already dislike Sunsplashed as it is. I mean, number one, it wouldn't apply to mandatory off-road, and number two, I kind of don't give a shit whether people dislike Sunsplashed personally. Like, it's not my map, but I like it just fine. I'm not pushing for any changes internally, you know? God, I love not being commercial. I can just tell people that I don't care about their feedback. And I'm sure there will be absolutely no consequences. That's the great thing about not having a community manager, is that everyone is really respectful and kind to me directly. Like, I don't know, I just don't really, like, get it. I don't usually push for map changes broadly, but I do enjoy Sunsplashed. It's like a novel resource management and fucking handling challenge. And I think the game is made better by its inclusion, not worse. People cite mandatory off-road, but then there seems to be kind of a missing step where, like, they explain why mandatory off-road upsets them. I wonder if that ricocheted anywhere near that in reality. Sheesh. I'm just gonna repeat I don't know the ghost cycles every time that happens to me, because I really don't. I promise you that I don't know them.
Expected time frame not met.
I mean, obviously we would prefer for competition play to be as reasonable as possible. Like, that's just a completely normal desire as a game designer. Like, you would like it to... You would like your design to hold up at high levels of play, because if competition play leaves the little garden that you've so carefully curated for the player and enters, like, uncharted, undesigned territory, you can no longer really guarantee that, number one, it's going to be any fucking fun, but number two, that it's going to be a good competition, that it tests skills that people care about in a way that feels, like, proportionally appropriate, instead of just being edge case horse shit all the time. The other thing is that, like, with small games especially, this is... I want people to kind of be careful to hear what I'm saying and not, like, invent something that I didn't say here. Small scenes are not, like, sources of unadulterated truth. Like, sometimes a competition community does legitimately just need to figure something out. Sometimes their impressions are wrong, but, like, reasonable. Fucking reinforced by what amounts to a very small core player group, and, like, high skill variation in that group where one person is able to control a lot of outcomes with whatever tactic that they've identified to be strong at the time, you know? I think about the North American Elsword scene banning Yamaraja and Iron Paladin in Season 3. When in reality it was just a fucking ban of 2 specific tournament players. And nobody else had really achieved, like, significant competition success with those characters. That's good. And of course, as soon as those top 2 were knocked down, the next thing that won a tournament was the 3rd best character, by the way. There aren't too many people working on ring racers these days. A lot of the team, after, like, the initial kind of frenzied support for version 2.0, stepped away with, like, a very the game is finished mindset. And a lot of the remaining changes really have been targeted specifically at problems that only arise when you take the game quite seriously. But ended up just having, like, knock-on effects that allow us to design other parts of the game better. So the 2.4 design is, like, much more like me and Oni than a lot of the rest of the game. And anything in the future you can probably also blame on me in at least some part. I will accept it. Oh, that sucks. The bridge is so inconsistent. I wonder why I ever go for it.
Has one of my systems broken down?
Like, I was in a good position, and your urge in that situation is like, okay, I would like to extend my good position a little bit more and, like, do the risky thing. But there are just so many ways it can throw you off. I haven't found a setup that makes it feel like it functions consistently, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, this sucks, man.
Hello!
These games are big-ass toss-ups. Like, that was a relatively narrow mistake, but it was, like, 1st to 11th.
Hey! See you later! See you later!
Like, obviously you guys can probably tell that my, like, investment in this is not super high at the moment. It feels very much like a pull of the lever. I think I can do better, probably, but maybe tonight is not the night. I have a very pernicious desire to hit Emerald before this thing is up, at the very least. But it would be pretty funny to me if my peak rating in LC1 was higher than in LC2, even though I'm not running the primary thing that was, like, strong in LC1. Probably gonna get, like, quiet-ish and just really, really focus on getting what I can out of driving. But, like, look at this shit, man. Bumper to bumper. Door to door. Lost Island. Okay. At least I got some mercy for that one. I don't really like the look of that slicer. I actually braked there. Kind of wanted to see what I would find. Maybe look back out of portals more often. I feel like I've gotten hit on those types of landing transitions more often recently. I should have thought about that if it was going to be triple glove, it would actually take me way too long to dump those. That's a tricky inaccuracy. Like, it's a top half placement. I'll probably get, like, +1 for it. Ha! Exactly. But so much nothing happens. It's rough. Tabbing out to check on a few things. I feel like you'd have to play so much tighter for so few gains. And I mean, like, clearly the players who are, like, already Emerald and, like, still holding it comfortably are just doing that. I'm, like, under minor to moderate mental debuff from, like, screaming, and probably if I was offline, I'd, like, be doing a bit better. But also, like, I'm under no delusion that I'm at that level. I'm not, like, participating in in-house competition. I'm some guy. The extent to which I am just some guy cannot be overstated. There's in-houses for this. Of course, there's in-houses for everything. Going for the moderately fun-looking bomb shots, only to hit absolutely no one. I wish I had an intuition for how far to lead. I did it! I let the Dark Chow reroll me instead of blocking it and leaving myself at a disadvantage. I'm basically the smartest person to ever live. Yeah, this gained me like exactly 0 time. I'm still in the exact same spot that I was before. That's a good one. That's blind as hell, man. Okay.
Inadequate performance.
I should probably actually learn the cut. I'm starting to notice that basically everyone in every one of my lobbies now is taking it. It's not just a select few people anymore. Because I honestly expected it to be gone because of how sensitive it is to void out areas. It reads as unintended to me. But I guess we're just not changing track geometry. Alright, what do we got? Oh, they're all fucking dog shit. Respect to this motherfucker named Waka Waka, though. Dark Chow starter, Wisp chance up. Yeah, you know what? Probably. I'm willing to bet that I'm gonna see a good amount of Wisp chance up on, like, a lot of the leaderboard. Because it's like, you've gotta, right? A huge part of setting yourself up for success here is just gonna be, like, how can I ensure that I have a set that's worth pushing with on the final straight every time? Final straight, final cut. Wanted to say hi, I love your Crossroads videos a ton. Thank you. I have a lot of fun making them, so I'm glad somebody had fun watching them. That stuff is like the first time I've done long form in a really long time, although long form is like kind of a generous descriptor. I feel like I need a better workflow for it. In particular, one of the filter utilities that I use for my mic completely breaks the ability to record audio from within DaVinci Resolve. And so I have to fucking record in Audacity and then import stuff in. And I feel like I lose a ton of time that way. I wonder if I hold on to this. Lead's already pretty far out, but maybe I can ride the slipstream. Also, I low-key avoided Legend Comp 2 when I saw that a lot of solid gadgets are gone. Yeah, this isn't my favorite game environment. A lot of the sets that I like to play are kind of just not here. Wow, I kind of didn't expect it to dump me out there. I expected to get, like, the turn extension. Ha! I feel like that pull from a Dark Chow can only happen when something very strange is going on. 6 boost wisps. Fucking alright, man. Maybe there are some spots where Quick Charge 3 would be helping me more than Short Fuse, but Short Fuse, I feel like I have a bit more control while I'm using it. Obviously, it affects your front run pulls in a weird way. Oh, Jesus. Here goes. Like, everybody is in the same fucking 100-meter patch of track, man.
Expected time frame not met.
I do miss quick recovery. If there were ever a metagame where I wanted to have quick recovery, this would be the one, right? So am I back to gold? Yeah, by 1 point. Damn. I legit think people are hyperbagging, but that might just be me. They might be. The tricky thing is that, like, I wish I could pull game tape off of people. I wish I could just watch replays and see what people are doing. That's like, the replay system in Ring Racers is the biggest goddamn pain in the ass imaginable, but I do try really hard to keep it functional. We are typically, as a team, really insistent that it stay working, even as it becomes more and more impossible to maintain. And part of that is just because it's such a useful tool for learning. You lose to someone online, literally all you have to do is save the replay and then watch from their POV, and you almost always learn something. I miss that utility in games that don't have it. Damn, another 2 hours, no progress, though. Maybe it is the stream. Maybe I just, like... I play that much worse when I'm distracted with, like, lights on me. And eyes on me and shit. It's... There have been studies done on, like, cognitive performance on repetitive tasks. I feel like this is weirdly like actual driving, where 99.9% of the time it's kind of boring, but 0.1% of the time it's really vital that you be looking at the road with your full reaction time. So like maintaining focus in that way is a bit tricky. Gotcha. Tornado is pretty, like, solidly my least favorite item. It's like a weaker version of Tornado was like a meta problem in Ring Racers, and I hated it so badly that I fucking wanted to redesign it. The item I'm thinking about is Lightning Shield, by the way. It's like, hey, what if you had 2.3 Lightning Shield, but instead of being an instant hitbox that was only active for 1 tick, it's active for like 3 seconds. And also you're like borderline invincible while using it instead of just like momentarily destroying hazards. I don't know why I threw that. Not in a million years could I tell you why. Ugh. Getting pulled in like that. Oh no. Okay, I hit the brakes to try and touch that tornado. I might have lost a bit too much time from it, though.
Finish! Inadequate performance.
Alright, dark mode, huh? Let's try the theory. You are now entering completely darkness. Except for my fucking... Ooh, spooky! Platinum once lights are off. I'll take my $1 million. White Space is like particular. It's kind of a softer Minecraft world ending, but with like way more individual component things that can go wrong. Because like you have the flight section that has like absolutely no meaningful ability to control the vehicle distinction. Everybody travels at the same speed because there's absolutely nothing to do there, and it's just fucking dead time. And then you have a set that's placed right before an air-to-ground transition, right before an off-road cut into another set into an open turn, no railing on the inside, into a really, really, really long dash panel straightaway, where any interruption loses you a ton of time. Love the music you did for Ring Racer so much, I modded the music from it for this game. Thank you, I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun working on that music, and it kind of gobsmacked me to see people porting it in here. Like, what the fuck? I'm some guy. That's not something that happens to some guy, you know? Baffling stuff. Like, look at the race right now. Look at the race. It's 100 fucking dudes in the same spot. It's so fucking funny, dude. We're still this close, by the way. We are indeed close. Seeing who I can drag back with that. This is just restrictor plate racing. Oh no, dude. It's a nightmare. So, like, in my submission, this is still just about as close, right? Like, for lap 3, where the status quo should kind of asserted itself by now, we are still extremely fucking close. Oh boy, I didn't even see that one. Is this gonna catch anybody? Well, it got me some distance. I got a single box.
Finish!
I don't know, man.
Inadequate performance.
Like... fucking okay. It's just everybody in the entire goddamn shit in the same fucking shit. I don't get it. Why the fuck would you design this? This is a good clip. Chrome linked me a clip of some guy who had their rating bugged as like 1950, and they finish a race and they're counting down minus 330 down to 1655.
See you later.
Dumpa Factory sometimes has driving. Can we go there? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll give it like 1 or 2 more, but this is like really fatiguing, and even compared to like day 1. I am having a fucking bad time today, y'all. I wonder how World Match is doing right now.
Acceptable.
You're just gonna hear the sound of somebody getting punched about 100,000 times per second. Like, you know that me and that motherfucker in the red car, that Amy in the red, we're both seeing each other, like, slam each other into the wall. Like, I think it got worse compared to the start of the stream, too. Lead's still pretty close. Wow, lead is really close, actually. Look at that! Oh my god. I don't know if holding here's the right idea, but it's hard to imagine I'll get anything better than this when the leader is still so close, you know? Trying to drive carefully around that. Alright, nice game. GG's! I mean, I think it was the out, you know? It's so fucking special to me that all of the portal items don't have unique cues. Like, it can be anything. Dark Chow was put into that lineup as a way of just making it increasingly frustrating to defend against portal items. It's just there for variance. What are the crown users wearing? UB, I keep seeing them, yeah, 1900. Wisp Chance. I don't know, maybe you got the right idea. I'll adjust plate after this because I can't find anything, I guess. Yeah, you get the Dark Chow giggle, but like, you've got to be relatively close to that to hear it. I feel like it fucking flies under the radar really often. I at least stand to gain something here. Yeah, also the game's mixed like an arcade game. Probably because it was made by arcade game developers. Wisp Chance and Short Fuse. That's interesting. I feel like conceptually those would fight each other, but... I mean, there's so little to run that's worth anything. Because I definitely felt earlier like Short Fuse was giving me a lot of control up front. But now I'm not so sure, you know? Oh my fucking... You know we were dragging each other mutually. You saw them apparently steer deeper into the off-road, right? Like, they landed on the grass and then went further because my body was there on their screen still pushing them. Yeah, as one does. I really gotta restock on rings. I think I'm sort of obliged to hold this as portal defense. Everything's so fucking tight right now. Two of them! Oh, that's not what I was looking for. That might help. Finish!
Inadequate performance.
You're in top positions, it's basically guaranteed bombs. Does sometimes lead to the what do I even do with this 10th place bomb wisp. Yeah. I think with the way I've been playing recently, maybe I should just put on QC3 and Wisp Chance. And just, like, try not to worry about it too much. Because I am noticing a lot of situations where QC3 would have gotten me a, like, well-timed 3 release, but instead I'm releasing it, like, basically exactly 2.5. Wait, I don't want to vote random on this, the fuck? E-Stadium's terrible. People running 130 and Ring Thief. That's interesting. I mean, I guess with this much fucking bumper car bullshit, probably makes a lot of sense.
Easy money!
Thank you, Envy. Appreciate you stopping by. Alright, good start. Trying to get a lot of angle to get the maximum value out of that forced straighten out, but Jesus, look at how close everybody is up here. Uh-huh. Okay. As you like. God, I miss quick recovery so fucking much. So what am I gonna do here? Dead and distant last. Not even ring capped. At least the game had enough mercy on me to give me the double blocks. Oh. Just not going for that.
Finish!
What?
That was adequate.
Okay. Somewhat confusing series of events. I think everybody around me just fucking drowned. People talking about dropping ring gain mini boost for Ring Thief. Insane.
See you later.
I mean, hey, Wisp Trance did verifiably seem to do something there. It's like, do you want 17 boost Wisps? And that was apparently enough of a foundation to come back from 12th to 3rd, so... Is LC2 still dog shit? I think so. I think it's worse than LC1 by a lot. I'm definitely having less fun. I don't know, people seem to disagree, though. You, like, go around and you see a lot of people talking about how, like, oh, I finally got to silver. This LC's been so much better for me. That sounds like I'm making fun of someone, but I promise I'm not. That's just literally the template post. Is it as tug shit as yesterday? It's about the same. That was definitely a Dark Chow, and I probably should have just let it replace. But I wanted to see if I can get some value out of the Boost Wisp. Little bit of track limit as a treat. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, maybe I should have just done it. See, because when I try that shot, it doesn't hit them, so I figured they wouldn't try for it. But maybe it looked like something different on their screen. That's awfully close for a drill. Oh, bumped. Still love the sex. Alright, still getting bumped around. Lead is still relatively close, so I'm gonna leave this to block. And I'm gonna use this to make sure that I have 2 empty slots by the time the next double comes up. Oh, the ceiling. That's pretty rare, I feel. Where is that going? Dang, they got past. Log on, immediately fall to 1670. Oh! That fucking sucks, man. You were higher than me, LC1. But yeah, the games are not good. Really is just like Strive and Tekken 8 design space. Maybe Daisuke was right about Mahjong. Man, people are so rough on Strive and Tekken 8 that it makes me want to play both those games, you know? Like, when people fucking hate a game and seem to have really well-structured reasons to hate it, it makes me want to play it. Because I go like, well, surely there's another side. Except I have played Strive, and I just don't like how it feels to move around and hit buttons. So that's unfortunate. That's kind of a non-starter. Game's netcode is so fake. I just want to race because I threw a big bomb at first place, missed, got no hit credit, but first place just stopped right before the finish line anyway, and I passed and won. Yeah! I clawed my way to Emerald today, and you can't make me go back to this. Yeah, I don't know if I have a stopping point, but like my will to continue is rapidly decreasing. I think probably if I play like a good afternoon non-stream session, I could probably push to Emerald with this. I feel like the Wisp chance is probably strong, and I just resisted it for a while because I don't want to play an item set, but like, what the fuck else are you going to do? There's no gadgets. Absolutely, it seems like the leaderboards are going to be like a test of persistence in a major way. Because it's like mentally draining to play a version of the game where so little actually matters. Does that make sense? It's like I'm almost bored. Beautiful portal invincibility. Ow. Not exactly my greatest cycle. I really hope that actually got them. I reacted so slow to that fucking warning. Did you see that? That was my real honest-to-God reaction time to that. Oh. That's pretty brutal understeer, huh? Okay, well, let's try this. I'm like, surely I don't need to drift for this one. I don't want to risk janky altitude alignment bullshit. I have no idea when the correct timing to use that would have been. I was taught on a terrible cycle. I had to swerve. Yeah. Alright, that's like minus 20.
Finish! Has one of my systems broken down?
Ooh. That one was mostly my fault. Yeah, minus 20 almost exactly. Yeah, Isaac, I think you get it. It would be one thing if the wins felt earned and the losses felt like shit, but like, the wins also feel like shit all the time. Off the course is basically the one way to always lose. I want someone to find some fucked up item strategy with whatever the fucking piece of comeback kit is that gives you a boost when you off track. Because the conceit of that gadget is so funny to me. Got to silver, then got hit with 4 disconnections, then just kept getting comboed, now lower than bronze. Pain. Oh. Hopefully it's an easy climb out if you want to go for that. Like, in bronze, I think the rating system is still like positive sum, so you can probably just grind it out. Second wind, thank you. In LC1, I peaked above 1900, but I wasn't really sustaining it. It became really hard to stay there for any length of time, and I think I probably would have had a way higher final leaderboard placement if I had just been willing to park, you know? I don't want to deal with whatever that is, so I'm going to try to stay inside. Already? Oh. That sucks. Alright, man, whatever you want. What a good pack compression mechanism. A cut that is so good, even the frontrunners have to take it, even if they don't have an item. That shit's inspired. We should have come up with that. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm probably just not bagging enough, if I had to take a guess. I wonder how the strongest players are playing this. There's just a lot of chaos, and it's hard to analyze, like, what your best path forward actually is. Like, is this a bad push? I'm gonna throw this early to try and dissuade some followers. Oh god. Ugh.
Has one of my systems broken down?
Well, despite my assassination attempt, the guy survived, you know? Clearly they're doing something right. Really what I'm thinking about is, like, in terms of using Second Wind, what is the place you can off-track that loses the least time? Where you can get, like, dropped right next to a boost panel or something. This might be my last unless it's really, really unsatisfying. If Sega let you decide the gimmick of the next Legend competition, what would you do? No slipstream. Don't even have to think about it. Just that? Absolutely. I don't want to change anything else, I just want to see how the design of this game functions exactly as is with no slipstream. If you asked me to, like, what I think a good competition format would be, that's a different question. But if you ask me if I get to decide what LC3 is, that carries emotional weight. That means that whatever I decide, I get to make people play. Because I think Slipstream is the under-discussed killer here. I think that, like, I just encourage you. Go into a private lobby with your friends. Switch it up so that 100 ring is the only item that can come from boxes. And then just play whatever sets you want and drive. Without items forcing players apart, Slipstream keeps them constantly together, man. It's like, it's door-to-door racing. Bumper to bumper doesn't even fucking describe it. Aw, I thought I veered away in time. Imagine a Legend competition where everybody is playing fucking Ultimate Charge, except it doesn't glue Ultimate Charge users together no matter how good they are at driving. That motherfucker's named Check Your Posture. Alright, I'm sitting up. You got me. This outside route seems like the safest to me from both sets of cycles, but it feels weird to take because it's so far removed. Oh, not in time! Fuck! There wasn't even a warning. tried to go outside for the truck that never came, I guess. That was really unsatisfying. I'll play one more.
Expected time frame not met.
Legend Competition 3 installs a copy of NetPlay-enabled Outrun 2 SP. It's funny because Outrun 2 has, like, insanely aggressive catch-up driving as well. The speed boost you get from being behind is crazy. That slicer's agitating because I had the shield, you know? I just couldn't burn to it fast enough. Slicer probably wasn't even targeting you. I'm willing to bet it hit multiple people. Because remember, you can only get hit by things that you see on your screens, so if multiple people see an item in a position that's going to make contact with their car, they can absolutely both get hit by it. Urban Canyon, maybe. Legend Competition Round 3 sees racers leaping out of their machines and doing battle on foot. Oh, like Dino Rex? I think that's exactly like Dino Rex. Okay, this is the last one unless it's also horribly unsatisfying. God, what a terrible 2 sessions. What a miserable fucking way to play this game right now. I don't even know what to think. Like, I keep constantly second-guessing myself, like, are you being a whiny little baby? Are you being Mr. David Serlin's archetypical scrub? Are you a big shitter who doesn't appreciate the competitive subtleties of this game? I take that idea so seriously. Lose 4 positions for not entering the chair gauntlet. It's just so fucking difficult to actually drive. Hey, who's that? Who could that be in my lobby? I just don't want to interact with anyone in this section. So I'm just gonna take the most boring possible line. Maybe I'll go high right away. I don't usually take this route. Oh, that's not good.
Competition obliterated.
That's not good at all. That's enough for me. That's a W I can appreciate. What a fucking piece of junk. Alright. How's world ranking? I said! I fucking called it ahead of time! I am not one and dunning you. Wow, what the fuck? I'm still top 200? At 1761, I'm top 200. That helps my mood a little bit. That's a nice perspective check. Yeah, wow, top 100? Cutoff is 1800, no kidding. So how is everybody strong doing? Air Trick Adept, Air Trick Bounty. Wisp. 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 Short Fuse. Ring Range Up. I think Ring Range Up is probably pretty good if your actual objective is to, like, front run. But I also think it probably has some applications. This is great, by the way. I think it has some applications if your objective is, like, just pack brawling as well. Because you pick up a lot of rings from the various hits, including your own. Yeah, like, as it turns out, if you ban every single fucking gadget in the entire game except for, like, 10, then people's plates are gonna look largely the same. Giving Slipstream to someone who's ahead of you. Dude, that race was so goddamn bad. What the fuck is that all about? I'm still fucking... I haven't played nearly enough to get out of Legend 2. I see. Not enough Short Fuse. I think Short Fuse is real funny, but I think, like, I spent so little time ahead in those last games that I just wanted to do anything that was actually fast, you know? Alright, get me the fuck out of here. This game environment sucks ass and I don't like it. Fucking good night. Please take care of yourselves. How the fuck do I alt-tab out of my video game? Good night. Race car takes flight and jumps a fence.